How safe is to travel to Puerto Vallarta or Mexico? If you're wondering, this is because you want to have your holidays or your vacation here in Mexico. Let me give you a little bit of context. If you're looking for the your source is the Department of State of the government of the U.S. Let me think that that kind of information is kind of accurate, but sometimes it's not very accurate. Sometimes the information is not or apply for the whole state. But it's true that you must think to rethink if you're gonna travel some places in Mexico. That is true. But in this video, I'm going to show you if is Puerto Vallarta or the Banderas Bay, all this beautiful bay around us, if it's safe. Stay in this video. Welcome to my YouTube channel called Tours Excursion Vallarta. My name is Oscar and I'm gonna be your local guide here today, okay? So let's start it. Puerto Vallarta, all this region, Valle de Banderas, is like a bubble, very safe bubble. Meanwhile, your stay here inside is gonna be safe. And I could say that this is applied from the west of the mountain to the Sierra Madre, San Sebastián del Oeste, to the ocean, to the beach, and to the north to San Pancho or San Francisco Nayarit, to we could say El Tuito. Okay, so that is part of the bubble here in Puerto, in all the bay, around all the bay. Further or outside could be very different. Around 3 years ago, far away from here, well, not so far away, it's around 2 hours away from here, was a big gunfire because the authorities, the army and the navy joined together. They have arrested a drug lord on over there, Guayabitos, and it's far away from Puerto Vallarta. But all the news says that it was in Puerto Vallarta. Why? Because just a few people, only Mexican or even in this part of Nayarit and part of Jalisco, they know this area. Not all Mexicans know this area. For some people, it's unknown this area or this little town. So it is true, it was a gunfire in the middle of the main square of the downtown in that town that is not Puerto Vallarta, repeat. And yes, it is true. But that town is outside the bubble. I'm not saying that this is happening every time, every day basis. No, it's not. But this time the government is doing a more effort to make Mexico more safer. Indeed, there is places that even I don't go to those places, okay? So a lot of people asking me about Los Ayala, even Guayabitos or Compostela, or other places like Lo de Marcos, to go over there, to take vacations, stay over there, because Puerto Vallarta or other places are getting gentrificated. So this is affecting the locals and the people, like the visitors, the foreigners, tourists, Canadians, Americans, wherever. They're affecting with the prices. The prices are increasing every year here in Puerto Vallarta. And they are moving to those areas that are far away from Puerto Vallarta, and it looks like are cheaper than here Puerto Vallarta, which is less secure than stay in the bubble. Remember the limits that I told you about the bubble? So this is outside. If you go to El Tuito, it's the last point that you can find like safe here or stay in the bubble. I'm not saying Puerto Vallarta is not a crime. Obviously there is a crime, but it's low crime, okay? Here, the system or the way of life is totally different. It's very relaxed, very safe. But I'm making this video because a lot of people in their stories tell me, Oscar, when I came here in Puerto Vallarta, all my family, my friends, oh, you go to Mexico, watch out. They are kidnapping people. Oh, there's a gunfire. This is very violent. Meanwhile, in US, there is more crime in their cities than here in Puerto Vallarta. And let me tell you, sometimes we have more deaths by people getting drowned on the beach than homicides here or killing or gunfire, something like that. It's very, very rare that we have those kind of issues or security issues in Puerto Vallarta. That has happened, yes, it happened, but it's very rare. Okay. And as a tourist, if you're gonna stay here in Puerto Vallarta, you're gonna stay on the touristy area or in the most, the most touristy area. And mostly of this crime, like 98% of this crime happens on the more other parts of Puerto Vallarta, more deep neighborhoods in Puerto Vallarta, which is not affect so much to the touristy, okay, or to the tourist here in Puerto Vallarta. But it's that the authorities are putting more effort to buying more vehicles, like for patrolling or most areas, more neighborhoods that try to Puerto Vallarta are safer. But what about other places? What about Nuevo Vallarta? What about the part of the Nayarit state that it's the same region here, the Valle de Banderas, here with Puerto Vallarta, and El Tuito, and Las Animas, or in Jalapa? Well, over there the situation is kind of a little different. Nayarit has the bad reputation about this, the most corrupt state around here. So, but the since I don't know 6 years ago, the administration of the government has changed and is doing a more effort to make safer that area. And Nuevo Vallarta area is very, very safe, where it's all the big resorts, big condos, so it's safe. It's so safe now that the people or foreigners are living more in places like Valle Dorado, which is getting gentrified. Why? Because there is some gated communities over there, and it's getting like a little bit safer. But of course, that area has a little bit more crime than Puerto Vallarta. Like I told you, it's totally different. And I'm telling you, this crime is not happening here. Of course, there is happening. Valle Dorado, if some locals watch the video, say, "What are you talking about? In Valle Dorado, there is a lot of crime." Yes, but not like in other places, like there is worse here in Mexico. Like places which is very sometimes scary to live, or it's more difficult to live because there's a lot of security issues. It's like Guadalajara, there is, but it's because it's a big city, almost 10 million people living over there. Of course, the security issues over there is always like a problem, and especially these last 6 years with this governor, which is not a lot of people like it. It's not a. It looks like his administration is not the best, and talking about security issues is the worst. Jalisco has the worst, but not here in Puerto Vallarta. Remember, Puerto Vallarta belongs to Jalisco state. So in terms like it is safe Puerto Vallarta, yes. It is safe Nuevo Vallarta, yes. It is safe Bucerías, it is safe. It is safe Sayulita, it is safe La Cruz, it is safe San Pancho. But forward, it changed a little bit. And a lot of people say, why? Because San Pancho, Sayulita, those places over there, is more far away from the big cities like Puerto Vallarta or Nuevo Vallarta or even Bucerías. Even though Bucerías, a little town, is more close to Nuevo and to Puerto Vallarta. With all together, we are like the same area. And people are moving, especially foreigners are moving forward than San Pancho because they are looking for price, or the budget sometimes is not enough. Puerto Vallarta is getting pricey, even Nuevo Vallarta or even Bucerías, and people are moving to those places, trying to looking for most opportunity, or better opportunity. A lot of people looking for more local places than Puerto Vallarta. But let me tell you, only I could say this part of the tourist area, the beach, is very touristy in Puerto Vallarta, and that is around 10% of the all Puerto Vallarta. Of course, there is more neighborhoods to explore, and which are still very safe. But nevertheless, a lot of people want to stay very close to the beach. You must to, or a lot of people must to leave that idea that I want to stay here in Puerto Vallarta and close to the beach. Is not anymore affordable to do that here because the gentrification. And let me tell you about gentrification. it's helping that obviously those touristy areas are getting very pricey. The price is increasing every year for renting or for housing or even for buy a property here in Puerto Vallarta. So yeah, in general, all this region, all this area is pretty safe here in Puerto Vallarta. Even a lot of people go to the nightlife. It could be very safe. But I will tell you that if you're looking for troubles, you're gonna find it, of course. So this is my recommendation here about the security. If Puerto Vallarta is still safe, yes, it's still safe in this 2024 year. So if you are planning your vacation here, it's gonna be safe. Don't worry. Of course, if you want to need more information, you want more information, email me. I can give you more information about some tips or hints when you came here to Puerto Vallarta. Remember, follow me on my social networks. I have a lot more content on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, and you can have more information over there. Okay, so and if you want to book a trip with me, please go to my website puertovallartatrip.com and you can contact me over there, and there is more information about tours and activities. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.